日本時間2月25日、米国時間2月24日に配信された番組、フリッピン、バッツで、ロサンゼルス、ドジャースの大谷翔平をめぐる最新情報が取り上げられた。大谷はアリゾナでのスプリングトレーニングに出場し、エンゼルス戦で安打を放った後、ワールド、ベースボール、クラシック、WBC、出場のためチームを離れた。番組では、WBC で登板予定がない大谷が、いかに投手としてシーズンへ向けて調整を進めるかが焦点となった。保険の問題により投球は回避する見込みだが、ライブ BP などで実戦感覚を高める可能性が指摘されている。司会者は 99% 登板はないとしつつも、大舞台での誘惑についての大谷の冗談交じりのコメントも紹介した。さらに、ワールドシリーズ第7戦の同点本塁打で英雄となったミゲル、ロハスのインタビューも放送。あの映像は1000回以上見たと笑顔で語り、世界へ広がるドジャースの影響力を強調した。番組では、この2人の発言とともにドジャースの現在地を詳しく分析。続きはぜひ本編でご覧いただきたい。
We're going to stick out there in Arizona for spring training, though, and we're going to talk about Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. Because Shohei Ohtani is back in action. Shohei saw his first spring training action the other day, had a few at-bats, got a hit, played against the Angels, ironically, played against the Angels, got a few at-bats, but now he is away from the team, he is away from the Dodgers, and he is probably, as we speak, on the way out to Japan to join Team Samurai Japan for the World Baseball Classic. So he has stepped away from the Dodgers, and now the big question continues, how does he ramp up for the season as a pitcher when he's not able to pitch in the World Baseball Classic? So that's been the conversation. Obviously, spring training for starting pitchers is a process. Your first start, you're probably throwing 1 to 2 innings. Next start, 3. The following start, 4. The following start, 5. And then around the time the season starts, you're in that 5 to 6 inning zone. Well, Shohei hasn't pitched in a game, and now he's leaving the team, and he's not cleared. He didn't get insurance to pitch in the World Baseball Classic. So what's going to happen? Well, he was asked as he was leaving spring training, he was said, will it be tempting to pitch in the World Baseball Classic if a big spot comes up against Team USA? And he said, if Mike Trout shows up, it'll be tempting. Now, this did lead me down a little path, even hearing that asked. So Shohei is not pitching in the World Baseball Classic because he didn't receive insurance to pitch in the World Baseball Classic. So my thoughts go in a couple directions. How does he ramp up for the season as a pitcher? My guess is live at-bats, live games when Team Japan is not playing, he's going to throw to hitters, and he's going to get his up-downs in, and that's how he's going to ramp up. But then it got me thinking, okay, he's not in clear, he didn't receive insurance to pitch. What that means is, God forbid, he gets injured. The amount of time that you miss, if you're covered by insurance, the insurance company will pay for the time you miss. If you're not insured and you get injured, most guys aren't even playing in the tournament at all if they didn't get insured. But if you get injured and you're not insured, it's on you. It's a loss of money. Obviously, Shohei's a two-way player. He is going to hit for Team Japan. That is what he is going to do. He's going to be the DH. He's going to hit, and he's going to be a stud doing it. But here's my thought. With the way Shohei's contract is designed, and this is all... Look, there's a 99.999% chance that he does not pitch in the World Baseball Classic. Okay? Let's just get that out there. He said he's not cleared to. He might not want to. The Dodgers probably don't want him to. There's a very good chance that he's not going to pitch. But it did get me to thinking, what if, even without the insurance, he decides to go pitch? I almost don't even want to talk about it. Worst case scenario is he gets injured, and I don't even want to put that out there. But his contract is interesting, and I don't know actually how this works. But he's not making $70 million this year. All of his money is deferred. He's making like $2 million this year. So if he were to risk it and pitch, and God forbid get hurt, would the money that he's foregoing be the money that the Dodgers owe him this year, or is it like the $70 million he'll get in 10 years when it's deferred? I don't know, but it is an interesting talking point. But anyway, 99.9% chance that Shohei does not pitch in the World Baseball Classic. He was asked about it kind of in jest if it would be tempting in a huge game against Team USA, and his response was also in jest, saying, if Mike Trout shows up, it'll be tempting. I'm interested to see how Shohei ramps up on the pitching side of things while away for a few weeks for the WBC. And I think the Dodgers have said they're trying to work with him on figuring it out. So when I hear more, we'll talk about it every week on how he's ramping up and that sort of thing. But for right now, he is away from the Dodgers. He is off to he is off to the World Baseball Classic, and he is no longer with the Dodgers in spring training. So we will see how that goes. Speaking of the Dodgers, one of his teammates, I wanted to talk about a question that I asked Miguel Rojas. I wanted to share with you guys a question that I asked Miguel Rojas because it was awesome. I was at Player House over the weekend, these past, I guess at the end of last week. Player House is literally what it sounds like. It's a big house that they rent out in Arizona, and because Arizona is really tight spring training, so many teams are very close. And a lot of players just come through for so many different things. There's gifts, there's some swag, there's a scent station where you can make your own cologne. There's content ideas and opportunities, and that's where I was getting a bunch of content. There's games for them to play. There's business ideas and things that MLB meets with the players and tells them things that maybe they don't know about what they're able to do for them, that sort of thing. So many players roll through. It's a really fun, laid-back environment. Miguel Rojas was one of the guys that rolled through. And I was asking a lot of the guys the same questions, but one thing I did want to ask Miguel Rojas was, how many times have you watched your Game 7 of the World Series home run? Because the answer could be all over the place, right? It could be, I've watched it a bunch at first, but I'm trying to move on now. It's time for 2026. It was a great moment in my life, but at first it was everywhere. The answer could be all over the place. So I wanted to ask him, Miguel Rojas, Game 7 hero of the World Series, of maybe the greatest World Series I've ever seen. Game 7 hero, you hit a home run to tie the game. How many times have you watched that clip? And let's hear what he had to say now. Your Game 7 World Series home run, how many times have you watched it back?
Yeah, over 1,000 times. Easy. It's hard not to because social media these days, I don't watch much TV, but I'm on social media a good amount. And I mean, family, friends, people around the world, not just from Venezuela or LA or Miami. We're talking about like we took over the world, especially with our team, with the capacity of us like reaching for more fans. And I think it's important for baseball to continue to see what the Dodgers are doing for baseball, and not just the Dodgers, but the teams who are like traveling. The Padres last year with us to go to Korea, and then this year the Cubs and us going to Japan, and other teams traveling the world to play baseball. I think it's pretty important, and I mean, obviously a lot of people reach out to me and send me the video over and over again.
And you watch it every time.
There's not a day in my life that I'm open my social media account and the homer is not popping up somewhere,
I mean, that's awesome. I feel like I'd be the same. I feel like that's the same thing on a way better level, but like me with the home run I hit off of my brother. I can get to that bad boy in my phone in half a second, and I feel like I should post it more than I do. But I feel like I've seen it a million times, and other people have seen it a bunch. Miguel Rojas did above and beyond what you dream of as a kid. I feel like you're in the backyard playing wiffle ball, and the scenario is always, all right, Game 7, World Series, game on the line. What are you going to do? And for Miguel Rojas, it was literally Game 7 of the World Series, down a run. Your back is against the wall. It looks like the season is over. Greatest World Series ever. Shohei Ohtani is on deck. He's the guy that may or may not save the season. You're the guy that is not supposed to do anything in this situation. Besides, you're certainly not supposed to tie the game. And he goes out and hits the homer and saves the Dodgers season. And it's just remarkable. And it was really, really cool. He was an awesome interview the whole time. And I just thought it would be really cool to share his answer with you all. So there's that. Miguel Rojas was awesome.
今回も最後までご視聴いただき本当にありがとうございました。動画の内容を楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。もしよろしければチャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆さんの応援が今後の動画制作の大きな励みになります。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。